Hello everyone, and welcome to Jumperman Tech, where we specialize in HVAC but do everything DIY. Today we're working on my 2021 Yamaha MT-03, and we're going to be installing the TST LED integrated taillight. Thank you to everyone tuning in to Jumperman Tech. This is the new light. It is smoked out and tinted. Comes with some connectors along with some adapters. And the whole idea here is to change this light. It's gonna look really cool. And we're gonna be getting rid of these turn signals, and they're gonna be integrated into the rear brake. And this is gonna become amazing. Although this looks all right, and it is quite safe, I'm not the biggest fan of it. So we're gonna get rid of these things. I have everything inside here, and I love how it's gonna be all black. So we're gonna begin by getting access to everything. So we're gonna take off our rear seat. To take off the seat is super simple. On the left side of your bike, you're gonna have a keyhole. Spin that to the right, lift up, and pull it out. And we're free. For a bit more access, we're gonna take off this plate here. We're gonna take an Allen key, and this is a size 4 metric. So just take off this screw here and this one, and we can slide this plate right out. We got the 2 screws out. I'm just gonna pull back on this a little bit just to free this up, and then do the same on this end. And this comes right off. Next, we're gonna wanna take off this seat. We're just gonna take off these bolts right here and slide this seat right out. Take these out. This is a really cool nut driver. So got that out. We should be able to just slide this out. Boom, access. So the last plate you want to take off is this little cover here. Got these little pop outs. So you just push on them and you can pull it out. Same thing for this one. It's just 2. Just 2 like little rivet pop out types of things. And this frees up. And that's all the covers that we need to take off. So this cable coming out here are the ones for these 2 signals and for my rear light for the plate right here. So these are not going to be incorporated anymore. So if you have any wire, straps, tie wraps, cable ties, whatever you call it, take those out and free that up, because you're not going to be using anything leading out here anymore, because, well, except for the rear light. So let's access all these wire cables, see where they come here. And if you haven't watched my previous video on the fender illuminator kit I installed here, I'm gonna link that, and definitely be sure to check that out, as that will help with this installation, as you're gonna see where all the wires go and things of that sort. So let's begin by getting access to those wires, seeing where everything goes. So right here, we have this cable here. This is one of our turn signals. Just follow that to the back here. Then we have another one, which is a white one. Let's see, where did you go? So to gain actually better access, you're gonna want to take out this relay right here. You could just like pull it out. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. All right, this is your starting relay. So you're just gonna pull it out so you get some more access. And what I did is actually take off this little clip as well. You kind of just press down and it should come right out. So I took that out. So here's our rear tail light. It's like a yellowish clear case. And then here, this white harness. Down here, this one is for our other turn signal, a left and a right. So I'm gonna disconnect the left and the right turn signal, and I'm gonna pull these out because I'm not going to be using them anymore. But take notice of where these connections are, because we're going to need that for our new lights. So we're just going to press down this clip, pull it out, and do the same for the other. Super simple. All right, so these are my 2 turn signals. Here's the first clip, and down here is the second one. So I'm gonna start by pulling out each wire one by one and just removing these pieces as long with this little bracket. So all that's left is the rear light for the plate and the plate itself. All right, so I disconnected the wires, ran them out the hole. So you can see everything is just right here. So one thing to keep in mind, the black harness is your left tail light, black to black, and your white harness is your right turn signal. So there's this little bracket here, and what's holding is these 2 nuts and bolts. So I'm just going to take off the bracket itself with the lights, as I'm not going to use them anymore. It'll be simpler. So I'm going to take these off, and this whole thing will be gone. All right, so I took off my red lights. All right, so I took off these turn signals. Also got rid of this little reflectors I had here. These 4 nuts and bolts look so much better, and this already made a huge difference. So we're going to be replacing this tail light. It's going to be tinted, and the turn signals are going to be integrated into it. This is our brake light, so wow. Okay, so we want to get to this light. Looks like we got some covers here. So for here, we got these little pop outs. So we just like kind of push them in, pop them out. There is 1, 2, 3 of them. So you're going to want to get that off. It's on both sides. And also we're going to want to take this little cover. So let's just take off some of these plastics just to get some access into here. So we got 2 Phillips screws here, and that should take off this plate. Let's start with that. So that's that. How does this come off? Okay, we kind of just like, let's make sure how this goes back. I'll just slide that off. Okay, got some access there. And yeah, let's pop these out as well. So we just like press in and then pop it out. Do the same for these and for the other side. So I took that out. Got some access there. So got that loosened up. Let's loosen up the other side as well. All right, so we're pretty much free here. And then we got these 2 hex bolts here. Once again, everything I'm using is 4mm. So we're just gonna loosen that up and see if that frees it up. I believe that's gonna be it. This looks like it's 1 wire here. Trace that back. Okay, so it's this, yeah, it's this 1 harness here. Same as the others, you kind of just press down a little clip and then you could pull it out. Just like the other lights. So for the old light, we just have 1 clip. It's a 3-pin connector. And that's gonna be this larger white one. Everything matches. And then we got these 2 extra wires. And this is gonna be should be our turn signals. It did come with these 2 little adapters. So I'm gonna put 1 adapter on each end. And that should fit the adapters on this bike. So let's put these little gray adapters on. And from here, the only thing that I can see that we need to transfer over is like these little rubber grommets and these little clips. So we're just gonna transfer each piece 1 by 1 onto here, and then we can start mounting everything to the bike. Okay, so I just wired everything just loose right now, just so, you know, I can test this out, because if this doesn't work, what's the point of mounting everything? So this little clip, I just used the adapter, plugged it into my harness, and then I did the same for this lights. back here, and I connected the rear brake light to the old rear brake light, and we should be good. Everything is back together. The only thing I'm noticing is that there's this little button here in the back. It says program, and I think you could just change the light functions. So for now, I'm just gonna start the bike. And let's test this out and see what that program button does. Honestly, I don't know. It probably just changes the functions. This thing didn't even come with instructions. Oh, wow. We got a light there. Nice. That is a good sign. The rear, let's turn to the left. Oh, whoa, cool. I gotta flip these around or backwards. I just quickly did it quick. All right. That's that. When I press the brake. Cool. So what is this program? I'm just gonna press it, man. Pressed it once. Can't remember if that changed anything. Let me press the brake. Oh yeah, you see it has, oh, so when I press the brake, it has that flashing sound. I mean, sight. Whoa, I think it's blinding me. Press it again. Kind of does the same thing. Let me see if I turn the signal. Oh, wow, okay, so it changes the functions. Cool. So that's like that. Okay. Press it again. It's like flashing for the brake. Okay, so basically everything works, and that button, you just get to choose, you know, the style of LED when you brake or when you turn. So I'm just gonna disconnect everything, mount everything, but first, you know, I'm just gonna program it to see which one I like the best and just put everything back. So I kind of just slid everything back in, and we're just gonna reverse the process and close everything up. All right, here's the final product. This looks absolutely amazing. Wow, it's such a huge difference. Unbelievable. So let's put the key in. So that's what the light looks like. That looks amazing. So let's just test out the blinkers. These are the ones I chose. Start with the left. It's pretty bright, I gotta say. I'm gonna cancel that. Let's try the right. It's pretty good, I gotta admit. And it just looks absolutely fantastic. Like, it's unbelievable. And that's pretty much it. If anybody found this video interesting or helpful, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you all next time.